Oh yeah, I know
Damn, you still
who
at the
you're
beginning.
talking about.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm Marvel Rivals has had me by the throat, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Marvel Rivals.
Speaking of dying, we're talking about Xbox and all the layoffs. Another game is about to die. That got talked about today. And that is Anthem. They are shutting down the Anthem servers. And even
Uh,
if you want to go back and fly around in Anthem, you will no longer be able to play it.
you see, that's
And
why you need. That's why we need the initiative about stop killing games because of stuff like that.
look at her.
That
She's
shit
such
that shit hurt me some. I
look
haven't
now.
played
Look, she
Anthem.
knows.
It's something okay, so in 2026, that means I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to
There you
download
go.
that shit and play that shit a few more times before they get rid of it. That really pisses me off because it's like that game had a template that could have worked if they would have just put the content in there. But
True.
what can I say? You
Yeah.
know what I'm
They. You
saying?
want to talk about a fumble? That shit did not work at all when it dropped. Did not work. No content. It nice flying
Yeah.
mechanic. I'll give you that. Flying
Hey,
mechanic was cool.
we should play that shit on one of the Saturday nights.
We should before it shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the whole thing. Even though you're shutting down the servers, we should still be able to go back and play this video game. Like I bought it on the Xbox, so if I ever got another Xbox and wanted to play Anthem, I should be able to do so. And if I
Right.
wanted to
Yeah,
set up like a private server and
Mm-hmm.
play Anthem, even though it's not a popular game, I should be able to do so. And that brings us to our next topic, which is the Stop Killing Games initiative that's going on over
here we
there
go.
in the EU. And as you can see,
Yep.
they're fucking crushing it right now. Over
Damn,
one
can I
Hmm.
go
million
sign that
signatures.
motherfucker? Or you got to be European to sign it?
Yeah, it got to be
Yeah, you gotta
EU.
be in the EU. I already made a bunch of people sign it, even my mom. So I'm trying to
Hell
do
yeah,
my best here. I also made a video,
hell
of
yeah.
course.
Which we had this conversation on Tuesday night's main event on G&G, and I understand a lot of people's positions. Not Pirate Software. He's a fucking idiot. But like everybody else's positions, where it's like, okay, on the one hand, this is the only way that you can get the ball rolling on these kind of things to try to get companies not to actually kill games. Like if I buy a video game, I should still have access to it or some kind of access to it. Like it should be released to the customer. I bought it. But also, you don't want the government to get too deep involved into some of this stuff because you get the government an inch, they'll take a mile. Like what's to say that they can not make legislation to say what games you can and can't play or whatever. So it is like it's a slippery slope kind of thing. However, I do think like this is the only way, besides people just not spending money,
That's what the
which is
government
just
is
not going to
for.
work.
They supposed to do the things that the people want them to do. Instead, what these niggas do is like, oh, that's what y'all want. Okay, we're gonna see how we can spin this into something that we want as well, and then we're gonna get what we want for it. But I mean,
Yeah,
I hope they get what they want though.
yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, we were because Eric July was bringing up that point, and I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, you don't really want the government in your shit too much. But then again, this is the EU, right? Like, there are different governments over there. It might be a lot, like, not say easier, but people over there already are accustomed to the way that the governments like operate.
Mm-hmm.
So if they make this like some kind of legislation and say, they kind of like try to strong arm it or whatever, it could still, it could be bad. But then again, I'm not gonna say like it's not something that the people over there are used to. Over here, it would have to be completely different to like
Well,
try to get this to companies to do that.
from my perspective, because I am in the EU,
Hmm.
I really don't think that this can go any worse. I mean, it only looks like it could go like the best way possible because it is about protecting the consumer. So I don't think that the government wants or have any resources to go further into this and be like, oh, let me just make something that's going to be bad for everyone. I don't think that they even care that much at all. We have a lot of crap to deal with in Europe, so I think that they're going to be obligated to take a look at this now. So I think that this is just going to be focused on just stop killing games, and I hope that is going to be the case because this is just how it is. It's not like the government's going to be like, oh, we're gonna shit on everything now. No, I think
I
that
mean,
they
one can hope.
only can focus on this.
I mean, I say that because I look at it from an American lens, right? So like, if this was like a American petition, and you start getting the American government involved, that's how you get the bullshit like the ESRB, like we our rating
It's
system
just
over
very
here.
different here.
You know,
That's why I'm
so
letting you know that I think that that's
yeah,
a lot more plausible, possible. What I'm saying, that what it could happen if you compare it to America. So I think that we'll be fine as long as they take this into consideration.
yeah, I see both sides. I see both sides. I mean, I hope that companies do things like this where it's like, hey, even though this game is shut down like server wise, if you still want to play this game, you have every right to. Like uh like I'm not a fan of, there's a game that I cannot buy digitally anywhere, which is Transformers The War and Fall for Cybertron, which are banger games. They're great games.
Really good games.
Can't fucking buy them anywhere digitally because the license is gone.
Friday the 13th. Can't buy
Yeah.
that.
Other there was another game that was live service. I forget. It was an EA game, but they actually did what this initiative is saying. They gave the people that bought the game the right to make private servers and still play the game, even though they're not supporting it anymore. And this, I love this initiative because it is just pro consumer, where it's like, hey, you buy something, you keep it. I don't understand why some people will be against that. Like it's not like they're saying, oh, you need to keep servers online forever, where that's not said anywhere in this
No,
at all from anything that I've read.
no.
I haven't
That's
seen that.
what Pirate Software wanted all of us to believe. Sorry, guys, it is
Yeah, it's okay.
the 19. But yeah, the other topic that actually is connected to this is how many games actual piracy saved, because it's a lot. I mean, one good thing about piracy is that it literally saved a ton of games
Yeah.
since like 20 years from, I mean, 20 years from before. Yeah, I'm really sleepy, guys. But
It's
yeah,
okay. Hey, if you need
Hey,
it's
if you need it
amazing.
out, let us know.
yeah. If you
Yeah, if
need
you need it out, let us
head out, just let us know.
Yeah, I think I can hold on for 10 more minutes.
know. Okay, yeah, yeah. When we're done with this topic, yeah, we can let you go. That's no problem. But I really do like this initiative, man. I think other, like I said earlier, besides people just not buying video games, which is just never gonna happen. This is the only way that you can kind of push this forward in companies, and this is basically just the best like outcome possible for people that buy video games. Like I feel like if I buy something, it's mine. And the old adage of buying something isn't owning it, then pirating it isn't stealing it.
Yeah, and there's another angle to this because again, I'm from here. I'm from Eastern Europe.
Hmm.
Piracy here, it's well the most normal thing ever. But it's not because people are stealing stuff. I mean, it's not, well, I'm stealing the game. It is because it is first for preservation of games. Second, a lot of people cannot afford games. So basically, you don't have a customer in the face of the person that's going to pirate a game. This person would never buy the game anyway. That is how it is for most people that ever pirated any games here. They cannot afford the games because it's also double our money. So if for you, if a game is $70, for us it's 145 or 150 level, which is crazy.
Damn.
And that is why people, if they cannot afford the game, they could pirate the game, but sometimes they can just use piracy for trying a game, and they do buy the game eventually when they have the money because they want to have all the all the things, like if the game has multiplayer or whatever. So it's like, well, I'm just gonna pirate this game, maybe, and then I'm gonna buy the game, or I don't have the money and this company is not gonna get my money whether I pirate the game or not. This is just a facts. This is how things are here. So just have this in mind. And there were many consoles before that were hacked here, like Xbox, PS3, and there are a ton of games that were preserved this way, and are still playable. And this is just this is just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way I could play the Transformers game, I had to fucking pirate it. That's the only way because I can't find it anywhere, right? So it's like just make if you buy something, you should be able to keep it. Point blank.
Yeah, and
Period.
there's by the way, there's some games on Steam, like some of the old Assassin's Creed games that are still being sold, but if you buy them, they don't work. So basically, it's fraudulent. They're taking your money, and that is all fine and dandy, but you cannot go and just download Assassin's Creed 1 or 2 and just play them for free. So that is very bad, but it's not bad for the company to take your money and then don't actually give you the game, and that's not something that Steam uh, had taken down. It's still there as far as I know. And there are probably other games like that. There's also games from Sega that I know of. I'm not sure what was their titles, but basically Sega has the rights to these games, and they are still pulling them from Steam for no apparent reason. It's like they don't want money. So again, in these situations, the only thing that saves the game is freaking piracy, because the company doesn't care to save their own game or to even take your money.
Yeah.
So what the heck? One
Yeah.
thing is legal, but the other one is illegal. Yeah, although the company actually doesn't lose any money for the most part. And again, a lot of people want to own the games legitimately. That's always like the first thing. I know only one guy from Romania who is super lousy, and he's like, meh, 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 meh. I'm not gonna buy this game. I'm just waiting for the piracy because I'm not gonna give them any money. And I'm like, man, you're stupid. Okay, I mean, how can you be like that? Just support the company that you like this game, support the company. He's like, no, I'm not gonna. But we're talking about the stupid ass. Some people are not going to do this out of spite or just out of stupidity. It's the same. It's like similar thing when people are putting ad block on their browser, but still want to use YouTube, but not give any money to Google. So it's like, I hate you so much, but yeah, okay, great, but you're not gonna give any money to Google. You're also not giving any money to your favorite creators. You're just doing this out of spite. So yeah, but those are people that are not that common. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah. Hey, if you're in the EU and you're watching this, sign the petition, man. We got to get this up. Let's get it
Yes.
up to 2 million. I want to see
No,
that shit
it's
at 2
this
million.
direction.
Yeah, I want to see it at
Scientists,
2
yeah.
million.
We gotta have
'Cause-
more because who knows how many are fake signatures.
Yeah. You get the ball rolling over there, then you're gonna have companies that are gonna have to implement it over here. And this is better for everybody. It's better for everybody. So
All right.
Trace, you got anything?
Nah. I mean, y'all killed it. I'm gonna let y'all eat that one.
Yeah, I did. I don't know, man. I'm a big believer in piracy, especially if I can't get something, I'm gonna get it. That's how that's how I feel. You don't want my money? All right, fine. I'll just find it another way. So,
All right,
Open
cool.
season.
So we're gonna get into these super chats.